Welcome and study with Tanzania Institute of Education.
Simple salts consist of two parts, a metallic part called cation and a non-metallic part called anion. Some salts are colored, while others are not colored. Other salts are deliquescent as they absorb water from the atmosphere. And some salts are powdered, while others are in crystalline form. Color and texture are some of the preliminary tests of a known salt sample. The aim of this experiment is to guide you on how to identify a known salt sample based on color and texture. Requirements: apparatus, 8 watch glasses, 8 samples of unknown salts on watch glasses. Precaution: do not test any salt with your mouth, as they are potential poisons. Procedure: group salts according to the color. Salt E, F, G, and H are colored. H and E are greenish in color. When the salt is green in color, it infers that there is either iron 2 or copper 2 in that salt. When the color of the salt is green, it infers that there is iron 2 or copper 2 ions in that salt. Salt F is blue in color. The blue color infers that there is copper 2 ion in this salt. Salt G is reddish brown in color. The reddish brown color infers that there is iron 3 ions in this salt. Salt A, B, C, and D are not colored. Since the salts are not colored, it infers that there is ammonia ion, calcium ion, lead ion, or zinc ion in the salt. You can also use the texture of the salts to identify a known sample of salts. Salt A is in powder form. Salt C is also in powder form. Salt H is in powder form. Salt D is fine crystals. Salt E is crystals. Salt F is in crystalline form but deliquescent. Salt G is also in crystalline form and it is deliquescent. and salt B is in crystalline form and it is also deliquescent. If the texture of the salt is powder, it infers that the salt is carbonate or some of sulfates. If the texture of the salt is crystalline, it infers that the salt is either nitrate, chloride, sulfate, or hydrogen carbonate salt. If the salt is deliquescent, then it infers that the salt is either chloride salt or nitrate salt. And if the salt sublimes, then it infers that the salt is ammonium salt. Some salts have similar colors. For instance, iron 2 salts and copper 2 salts. Some salts have no color. For instance, ammonium salts, calcium salts, lead salts, and zinc salts. Some salts are deliquescent. For instance, nitrates and chlorides. Color and texture of salts are some of the preliminary tests of unknown salt samples. Simple salts, when decomposed on heat, produce gases and residues. The gases evolved are the characteristic of the anion present in that salt, and the residues are the characteristic of the cation present in that salt. The aim of this experiment is to guide you on how to identify a cation and anion present in a simple salt when it is decomposed on heat. Requirements: apparatus, petri dishes, spatulas, test tube holder, a rubber stopper fixed with a delivery tube, test tubes, test tube rack, and source of heat. Chemicals: 4 unknown samples of salts, litmus papers, and lime water. Procedure: take a clean and dry test tube and then hold it with a test tube holder. Then use a clean and dry spatula to transfer small amount of sample A into this test tube. Take a blue litmus paper and red litmus paper. Wet them and then place at the mouth of the test tube. Heat gently this sample and observe what happens to this litmus papers. During heating, make sure that you direct the mouth of the test tube away from your body. Observe the color of the residue while you are heating. When it is hot and when it is cold. As you can see, the color of blue litmus indicator has changed into red, and the color of residue is reddish brown when it is hot. The gas evolved turned blue litmus paper red. Therefore, it suggests that the gas is acidic gas, and it may be carbon dioxide gas, sulfur dioxide gas, or hydrogen chloride gas. The color of the residue observed is reddish brown when hot and yellow when cold. It is the color of lead oxide, and it suggests that there is lead 2 ion in this salt. Test the gas evolved by using lime water. Fill it with lime water. Then take your sample, stop it with a rubber stopper fitted with a delivery tube, and start heating the sample while the delivery tube is directed into lime water. As you can see, lime water is slowly changing into milky. Therefore, a gas evolved is a colorless gas that changes litmus paper red and it turns lime water milky. The gas is carbon dioxide, and it suggests that carbonate ions are present in the salt. Take another clean and dry test tube, and by using a clean and dry spatula, take small amount of sample B and put it into the test tube. Hold a test tube by using test tube holder. Heat the sample gently while observing the litmus papers. Blue litmus paper changes into red. The gas evolved is brown. And the residue is yellow in color. When hot, it is changing slowly into white as it cools. On heating sample B, you observe that a brown gas which turned blue litmus paper red was evolved. The gas is nitrogen dioxide gas, and it suggests that there is nitrate ion in the salt. The color of the residue was yellow when hot and white when cold. That color is the color of zinc oxide, and it suggests that zinc 2 ion is present in the salt. Repeat the same experiment by using sample C. Hit gently while observing the color of the litmus indicators. The color of blue litmus is slowly changing into red, and the color of residue is black. The color of litmus blue changes into red, and the residue is black in color. This observation suggests that the gas evolved is acidic gas. It is either carbon dioxide gas, sulfur dioxide gas, or hydrogen chloride gas. The color of the residue was black when hot and remained black when cold. It suggests that it is a color of copper oxide, and copper 2 ions are present in the salt. Color of the residue obtained after the composition of a solid sample can be used to give a clue of the present ions, especially lead 2 ions, copper 2 ions, and zinc ions. Evolution of a gas that turns lime water milky can give a clue of the presence of carbonate ions in the sample salt. And evolution of a gas that is brown in color can give a clue of the presence of nitrate ions in the sample salt.